Ladies and Germans, how are you all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
And I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
And you know what? We want to keep this moderately continental, so we were on Asia for Tuesday. Now it's Thursday. We're here for the European vets.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to that most deadly of maps, Carpet Duelists. Rang, who is facing off on the airfields of death?
Right on left hand side in blue, we have YDdraig as the 15th Scottish Infantry Division. And on the right hand side, we have ourselves Master Yoda as the 12th SS Panzer Division. So a pretty classic division matchup, right? I mean, these two divisions are just kind of like made to fight each other gameplay-wise in my book.
How's that?
It's just both sides really. It's just a fun matchup as both sides have decent tanks and infantry fights, and they've got like different mechanics. Like you got the Avra early on for 15th, while Yoda has like a Firefly and the support Centurion at long range. I know it's also because these were both like divisions in the beta, so I'm so used to seeing them. Because back during like the beta, when there was only like 4 divisions to play, you pretty much just see 15th versus Troph all the time. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, both a very solid matchup. Really both sides have pros and cons. I mean, like every bloody match. But it's definitely going to be interesting considering how bloody open this map will be. And I hope we're going to see a Centurion out in A phase for Yoda. Because that role, yes, he does have the Boy to Cromwell. I keep calling it Centurion, my bad. But
I was actually curious about that. I was like, maybe I missed a patch somewhere.
Yeah, this isn't Steel Division 1946, but the Boy to Cromwell, yeah, it's going to definitely help out a lot in this map. And I just want to take a look at YDdraig's forces real fast. I don't think there's a Centurion Avra. Okay, he does have, no, it's a Churchill Mark 5 up north, so yeah, both sides taking that long range firepower. And pretty defensive positions, neither side wanting to, you know, cross over at no man's land, per se.
Drew, now, Rang, just a quick reminder. Every single time you say Centurion in this cast, you owe me $1.
Okay, so...
An American one, not those Canadian
American?
things.
Jeez, I'm Canadian. Like,
fine, you know what? I'll take a loony.
Okay, that's good. I can give you... That's like, what, I owe you like a toonie and a loony now? I said it like 3 times, 4 times? I don't know.
I don't know. You say loony and toonie at that point. I think it's freaking Daffy Duck. But
it's Canadian money for you.
Yeah.
It's also you know, coloured like Monopoly bills too.
Yeah, but you know the colors are kind of fun. I mean, like, I think sometimes I look at the American stuff like just green.
So boring, man.
It's so easy being green.
Yeah. Oh god.
But you know, so no Avra. We are going to see a couple of anti-tank guns being brought out to kind of screen the Scotch position. And given how boozed up they probably are, this seems like a very good idea.
Yeah, Pio 6 pound. I mean, he's got the 2-star 6-pounder down south, which is now 3-star veterancy. So I wouldn't want to run into that. And up north, he's got 6-pounder yeah, as well. Really, a major threat is going to be the mortar half-track and the Boiter Cromwell, because that can just outrange that 6-pounder and knock him out.
True. I think one thing we haven't really talked about is the fact that both divisions, despite the early kind of possibility of a linchpin tank, they start rather slow, I would say.
Yeah, 15th is a pretty slow division. It's just because it's not like motorized or anything. But Troph, like, you can do pretty decent Troph A phase aggressiveness, but you know, it's not really their speciality, per se. That's more of like a 9th or 2nd or 1st SS thing, being really aggressive early on. But this is definitely going to be a good map for Troph, as this is Firefly territory, baby. This map is pure A-phase Firefly fun time.
Well, and that's the thing I'm kind of confused about myself. I think what I mean to point out more is that the 12th SS, though you might think yes, you could be aggressive with it.
Yeah.
You don't tend to really have a lot of heavy vehicles to back it up.
Early on?
Yeah, again, you have a couple of half tracks. I mean, you have the Boy to Cromwell, you have the Boy to Firefly, but
it's really down to the Panzer Grenadiers, the mortar half tracks, and just using like the regular stuff. It's not till later on where you get like all the awesome toys, like Tigers and Panthers. And flamethrower half tracks. I know, it's like they just, you know, end up just bringing out the Berlin Zoo later on.
Yeah, it's like someone really liked watching The Wizard of Oz as a kid.
Yep. Up north, we got ourselves a bit of a mortar war. 2-inch carrier and mortar half tracks that's kind of going back at it. And
Ooh, boy, the Firefly gets misdeployed, but he doesn't know. We have 2 bits of honey coming down to the south.
mm-hmm.
So we're going to have some side biddy action on the southern side of this airfield.
Oh, he's actually bringing it in the middle.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
I missed. Okay, I was looking at how they're coming in. I was like,
yeah, this is a weird road deployment.
You're right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the Firefly is just gonna pretty much shut down any armor early on, and really Righty does not have good AT to deal with the Firefly. He got 6-pounder, which can pen it, but in such an open map with mortar half tracks and the boy Cromwell, that Firefly, if he doesn't do anything dumb, will be pretty invincible.
True. I'd like to make myself believe that boy to Firefly turns slowly.
Yeah.
But it's hard to stay awake when those honey stewards want to make you sleep.
I know, right? It's just not very
I was originally writing the words in my head very differently. I don't know how if I went to the right part of that song.
Yeah.
We are still at a flat 50-50. We've seen, teasings of 52s, but the 52% and the B-52s are not seeing a lot of daylight just yet.
Yeah, it's just it's really just down to his northern skirmish with the Pan Grenadiers, but they're going to be forced to fall back once his Churchill comes online, and online he shall be, and
as he aims at the half track.
Oh, yep. Yeah, okay, I guess because the Pan Grenadier got pinned down, yeah.
Does he not have the mortar? Oh no, the mortar half track is hidden behind that stand.
Yeah, kills the half track over the Churchill, so that's a pretty decent kill. And now he's going to be counter battering the mortar half track of his 2-inch carrier, which isn't going to do much because the 2-inch carrier is rather underpowered for dealing with anything armored. Yeah, but here comes the Firefly, and yeah, Churchill's running for the hills, going to be trying to hide from that.
Definitely looking forward to that Firefly coming on in.
Yeah.
I don't know that Fireflies really have a big bite, but that tank certainly does.
Yeah.
And a P2 coming in as well, trying to give some veterancy to the boy to Cromwell. Actually, that's a pretty good call, I would say.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's a very good call. The more veterancy, the better. And here comes the Honey Stewart. Yeah, barreling down the runway, and yeah, I think the Cromwell should be enough to keep him at bay, just because he has range advantage.
But what he does not have is the distance advantage at this point, because we're having one Honey Stewart coming in. He's just going to start putting really effective fire on them.
Yeah. And you do not want to lose that boy to Cromwell early on, as that's a rather important unit, especially on such a map like this.
Yeah, but he's going to get honeypotted here. Or shot in the honeypot, one or the other.
Yeah.
Crew knocked out. Whenever they say that the crew knocked out, all I can imagine is it's just like, quick, throw more men into the tank. We have like 5 guys running across the battlefield.
It's just like Men of War.
Exactly.
You just keep buying tank crews because like your machine guns keep going down because you keep getting mortared, but the machine gun still survives. That's my Men of War experience.
Did you sign up for this? No, man. No.
No.
I was in the Air Force.
Yeah, but the boy to Cromwell is going to be able to pull back, which is going to be good. And this is just good play early on with Righty, just being aggressive on the airfield, getting that +1 point advantage. And yeah, it's not really going to be both sides are really like B-phase divisions, where Righty can get 17-pounders and other cool toys, and Yoda has the Berlin Zoo, like I mentioned before. And all the Rebel Wind.
Yes,
that's it.
Yes.
You can never go wrong with Rebel Wind, especially when there's 2 Spitfires out and they're strafing your boy to Firefly Helen back.
The Rebel Wind was always my favorite unit over in Code 2.
Yeah.
And honestly, whenever I see it here, I'm just reminded by the just sheer firepower the thing kicks out.
I just love it because it reminds me of Ashoka from Wargame, which is like the same thing but Russian and more modern.
Oh, the ZSU?
Yeah, ZSU. And that thing's just like... I just like it because it looks pretty when it shoots because there's so many tracers in the sky because 4 autocannons shoot a lot of Dakar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I think the ZSU, actually, I think most quad barrel material was based on stuff like the Rebel Fin. I
Yeah,
might be wrong on that
I,
one.
I'd say that's a safe assumption here. I couldn't 100% confirm yet.
Now, the Befehle Panzer II should be able to see that Honey Stewart that's shooting at him, but he refuses to fire back. I don't think being an honorable man is really what you should be doing here.
I don't think he has the range on the Honeys with the Panzer II.
Oh, 800, yeah, you're
Yeah,
probably right.
800.
No,
That dinky little autocannon. But it's gonna, the grill, or not the grill, the 250-8 is gonna force those Honeys to fall back, which is definitely be good. And with the 250-8 and Boyd de Cromwell, I mean, he's not gonna kill those Stuarts, but he's gonna keep them at bay in the airfield now, which is definitely be good. And always fly up north. That's a risky position. Fortunately, it's not much AT there.
Yeah.
So he's pretty safe, but if we go around to, Forest the wrong way, that is a 6-pounder, and he just wants to say hello.
That's true. He might want to do that, but there's also a Panzer Grenadier squad that's going to see him right about now.
Yep. Just needs to get a little bit closer for him to shoot at 6-pounder. Same time, Maturin's carrier is also on the field, and the 250-8, I believe, is going to be getting some shots if he can actually see said 6-pounder.
True. Northern side of this position, now the Scotch are going to be, as David Bowie so aptly put it, under pressure. And the specials, for that matter, too. But yeah. David Bowie is the original one. In any case, that for some reason the Rebel Fin is not engaging that 6-pounder. This is terrible.
Oof, yeah, that's a rather big loss, losing that rubber end. There's also just keeping the planes at bay. And look at 6-pounder go. In the middle, too, we also have the Honey Stuart doing attack number 2. And they managed to get a few hits on the 250-8, but the Panda 2 is in position. So, oof, Typhoon coming in over rocket strike. Guess fallback on the Cromwell, so that's a rather big hit, yeah. So these Honeys may be able to punch a ray through the middle. And here comes the Spitfires up north to strafe out Firefly. And that Firefly is behind enemy lines. So if he gets stunned up, that rifle squad could surrender it. Oh god, this is ballsy from Yoda. Absolutely ballsy.
So you're saying a chance is he taking?
Indeed he is.
Well, even if he loses, just remember, wars don't make one great.
Yeah. And, well, luckily it's B phase now, so he's not have to rely on that Firefly for much longer. I mean, it's good if he keeps it alive, but it's not like crying same as he got proper tanks that can fill in its roles. Yoda's going to be getting a rubber end, while Rydy is getting a Challenger. So, good counter against that Firefly for sure.
Well, the funny thing is, too, is that these guys are just tired of fighting this war, it looks like.
Yeah.
They're going to drive right back into you. We'll just get the surrender. You can have the Firefly back.
Gets recaptured. It gets recaptured by the British. Oh, the irony.
Yeah. No. You've yelled at me enough about this. Not the British, the Scotch.
Oh, god damn it. They put all the controls in bloody German.
Anschließend the Yoda key. Which one's the Yoda key?
Is that any key in German?
Yeah, I'll just say that Yoda's every, but any every.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, we've got a pretty good little force here down south now of the Churchill Mark V. But, this is Carpet Duelist. It can be a rather hard map to push. But it's just been, both sides have been skirmishing pretty effectively, except for the rather crazy Firefly push up north. I think that was a terrible idea.
I have to say, it's always amusing to me. You saw the Honey Stewards fire at the Boyd de Cromwell, just as it fired down at the Churchill. And again, it always seems whenever that happens, like it somehow pinged off at a 45-degree angle and just shot another 800 meters.
Yeah. Yeah. It's rather lucky that Boyd de Cromwell is still alive, I'd say, because he got shot up quite a bit from those Honeys.
Well, if you want to zoom in on him, as that poor Befehle goes, no, the 250/8 goes down. The Boyd de Cromwell's starting to look a little worse for wear. I would say he's actually sparking a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes down to just some straight HP damage.
Yeah, he's probably... I definitely think that is a rather safe assumption.
And with that, the honey's moving in. They're being covered by that dingo, so
Yeah.
he's eating your baby, and he's definitely allowing the honey stewards to go after that too.
Exactly, and this is going to be a pretty good push in the middle as there's nothing really here to stop him. You got the Panzer IV up north, but he's not going to be able to get a reposition. And this Challenger is definitely going to be just challenging the field as he outranges the Panzer IV. Doesn't have the veteran Geo, but he can get his first shot or two off, which really all that matters.
Well, if that dingo comes in to cover, he's going to be more than fine. And yeah, he actually has a follow order queued up on that Challenger.
Yep, and this is a really good push from Rydy, as he can, push through the middle and then flank around up north of the honeys, while the Challenger kind of just like keeps things at bay and hold to the north. He does lose the turns carry up north, but not really a huge issue. The Boy de Cromwell is back online, but he's going to get stunned up by the Churchill Mark V down south, so not really a huge issue there. But is he actually going to kill the Boy de Cromwell? I mean, now's a chance.
Well, the honeys have an attack order on him.
Yep. Oh, we're going to be seeing a bit of D on the field now. A bit of Panther D coming into the middle. That's no Rittman, which is usually his price, and that's usually the first heavy tank. He has a lot of trophies this players usually end up getting. But that Panther's definitely going to be a huge contestant in the middle. Well, there's nothing really to stop Panther D.
Okay, Challenger is now in range of the Panzer IV, who immediately takes an ammo storage hit.
Yeah. Only half ammo, which is pretty good.
Yeah, better than internal fragments.
Yep, but then being blown up. Which may be the case in a minute.
You can only barely cover yourself, but
yeah,
at least you have your ammo.
Yeah, I think... Oh, he's going to get out of there, the Panzer IV. Just barely, I think. Wow. That's rather lucky. Too bad he doesn't have any, like, smoke or anything.
Well, Typhoon coming in as a nice little angled attack. And rockets away, and forcing him back again. And this guy, I would say he's going to survive maybe 1 or 2 more rocket runs, and that's it.
Yeah, he's definitely worse for but the Panther D is going to be relieving his position, which will be very good for that Boy de Cromwell. But yeah, this has been like pretty close match. We're 15 minutes in over, and only 89 points on the scoreboard for
P4's dead.
P4 dead to go down up north to the Challenger. But yeah, just really back and forth. I mean, once again, this is Carpiquet Duel. This is using more of a like skirmish map rather than full on, making Panzer assault breakthroughs across the Ardennes forest. So it is to be expected, especially both divisions, where it's a pretty good, like, especially in B phase, like long range skirmishy fighters per se.
We do have a crocodile coming on down here, so no crocodile tears here. Instead, just flame breath like crazy. I always thought that was a weird thing. I always kind of felt like it shouldn't be a crocodile. It should be like a dragon variant or something.
I know, right? I don't think of fire-breathing crocodiles when I hear crocodile. Like a a dragon would have been so much cooler. And crocodile? Come on, that's like an Australian unit, man, or Florida unit, not like a British unit.
Well, ooh, 6 pounder goes down. Exactly. Oh, by the way, good things come in twos. We have Panther D coming to approach the north, just kind of trying to hold the position there.
Yeah, Yoda's going heavy on the heavy tanks right now.
I think that might be the right play. I forget what I was about to say, but I think that's the right play.
I'd agree.
A bulwark of and just 2 breakwaters basically, and that's exactly what the Panthers are going to be for you.
Yeah, and this is definitely going to force Rydy to start investing in some 17 pounds. He already has a Challenger up north, but the Panther kind of does have the arm advantage in a one-on-one fight. At the same time, he does have the 1-star veterancy on that Challenger up north. And these Spitfires has been doing a lovely job just strafing everything. As Yoda, he's been spending all his money on Panthers, and all he has is that rebel end up north, so he doesn't exactly have much in terms of anti-aircraft capabilities.
Now, remind me, the Scotch, they do get those 17 pounders pretty quickly, don't they?
Yeah, they get them in B and C phase, and they have a pretty decent amount of veterancy too, so they're really not to be trifled with.
I was going to say, I think we see one coming in now to the south. I haven't checked it legitimately on that cargo, but yeah, I think it should be.
That's definitely a 17 pounder. Yeah, but look, his Spitfire's going to be strafing up at Panther D, forcing it to fall back before it could really even do much damage.
No, we had one driver wounded on the crocodile, and that's it.
Yeah. And just looking at the mini-map, as we can see, Yoda's lines are much more sparse compared to YDdraig, as YD just has all the stuff up north and all the stuff down south. Not much in the middle, but you know, it's really the flanks of this map are really the important aspect.
Just so. Now, Panther D is winning. He's going to see that dingo in a second. And while I would admire leading from the front, this is not where you want to be. Yeah. That dingo.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best place to be. I mean, it's better to lose a dingo and honey Stuart, but at the same time, a bit ballsy charging Stuart on an open field against a Panther D. You know.
Well, I feel like losing that veterancy is almost as bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I understand if it was like suppressed, but that Panther D, he's full on ready to rock.
I would have been happy to give up one Stuart if I could get that dingo plus the other Stuart in there. I think maybe he's screening for the 17-pounder.
Maybe, but 17-pound, it's just a little bit too early doing that. And a 17-pounder is going to be able to get up.
That is an awfully expensive sacrifice.
Yep. And 17-pounder misses first shot, just like any AT gun. He's going to get a second follow-up. Bounces. Rather unfortunate here for 17.
And here comes the rocket run to stun.
Yep. Oh no.
Oh no.
I think he lost
You're going to the north. You're going to the north.
Oh, going for regular Panther. And he said just regular Typhoon rocket. It's not Typhoon AT, so I mean it's not really going to do much damage against those Panther Ds.
What did Cromwell died a while ago, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it went down south somewhere.
Not sure who killed it, but
yeah, true. No, that's the Panther 2 down now. I don't know what killed it. We can just check later on. Yeah, it's by like little factory up north. I'm gonna guess it's the crocodile or something.
Well, Yoda says you don't use a cannon to kill a mosquito, but you do bring a Vespin if you have a big enough cannon along for the ride. My Mandarin Chinese is a little bit rusty.
Yeah.
But no, he's going to bring him to a very good position and bring in a mobile Wagen because he keeps losing all of his verbal vins, which I think is just a crying shame. Those things are just way too good.
Yeah, I mean, Roborins are like a rather survivable AA unit too, so it's a rather bit of a shame. Typhoon coming in up north, going to be straight from the Panther D. Doesn't do like much damage, but forces it to fall back, which is all important.
And what's that Vest looking? Yep, the Vest is looking to take out the 17-pounder.
Yeah, and Rydy just has very good map control. He just has more stuff in the field compared to Yoda. He's pushing. He's just doing the classic Scots approach, as the rifles in the front and all the infantry fire support in the back, which is also pretty historically accurate in how British infantry divisions fought.
I'm pretty sure that's how the mullet was invented too. You know, business in the front, party in the back.
Exactly. I mean, you should look at British military tactics for fancy hairstyles and mustaches.
That's definitely where I look for my dental care tips.
Yeah. Damn it.
But, you know, so ever since Meghan Markle has now joined the royal family, maybe I'll pay attention to it a little bit more often. But that's besides the point. We are sitting at a +2 over here for YDdraig. 6139. He is up a hefty 500 points.
Yeah.
But he might be losing that 17-pounder. If that goes down, at that point, I would say this Panther should have a field day.
For sure. That 17-pounder is really the one thing that's keeping the southern side together. I mean, also the crocodiles, yeah, and that can take quite a few shots from the Panther. I mean, the Panther can pen it, but it's a lower chance compared to regular Panther targets. But the main thing too is that it's not just the tanks he has to worry about, he has to kill the infantry in front, and that takes time, you know, and all the other stuff. And that time gives Rydy chance to bring out more reinforcements, such as artillery. I think he's getting a 25-pounder down south and up north, yes? So, artillery is going to help out a lot. And Rydy has been doing a lovely job just keeping everything suppressed. So it's Panthers mainly. They haven't been able to do much damage because they keep having to fall back.
But if you take out a couple of the annoying gadflies up front, you have a field day.
Yeah, in the open field. And
wow. Challenger comes up, but not soon enough to save his Cromwell, who has survived until now.
Yep. And yeah, he's really just relying on his 2 Panther Ds. These are the main forces, the main defensive line Yoda has left, as he just does not have much unit rise on the map, and this Rosp is having a rather hard time killing this 17-pounder. I mean, does he have eyes on?
No, I don't
no, he
think
doesn't.
so.
He's just kind of blind firing that direction. He's landing pretty close, yo, but just no cigar.
I know I can't answer this. Maybe you can.
Right?
The artillery as a function, the artillery accuracy, seeing your target or your intended target, will the fire adjust better if, well, or will it like update as you
In the
fire
middle
at
of
a
like
thing
a
you
barrage?
see? Yeah.
No, I don't believe so. I think you have to reset the barrage to get the update essentially. And looking at Typhoon Run, I mean, once again, not Typhoon ATs, but they are getting good fallbacks, forcing those vehicles to fall back.
I think the thing that's amusing me right now is that neither player is really investing too much in going across the actual airfield.
Yeah.
When you realize it, the north and southern sides are no different. The only thing that's even moderately different at all is that you just can only get flanked on one side.
Yeah, people, it's just like every map, or a lot of maps really, everyone always loved pushing along the map boundaries, as you just can't get flanked around the map boundaries, and it's kind of like a hug. It kind of makes you feel safe, you know. But especially on this map, there's so many like opportunities like push through the middle of the airfield. It's risky because you can get flanked from the sides, but sometimes it works really well. I've done it a few times.
The Challenger is down. The champ has killed the Challenger.
Oh god.
And up north we have Typhoon coming back in, forcing back the Panther D to the lagoon. I got a Disney joke there for you.
But yeah, this is how you fight against heavy tanks when you don't have like the AT. Well, he has the AT on the field, but just keep him falling back. He has only like 2 Panthers, so he only has to juggle 2 units morale. He has his getting a Jagdpanzer 4 now. It's gonna be pretty scary because that has 2-star veterancy. So that's going to be a rather tough customer to deal with.
Yes, sir.
And also it's just going to be another like Typhoon target. So now he has to juggle 3 heavy armored vehicles that he has to try and keep suppressed for now.
On the plus side for him, he's taking care of a lot of the major threats for the 12th SS. So while the surviving ones are just as deadly as before, I don't know. I still would give the edge, as much as I hate to say it, to the Scotch.
Yeah, Scotch really. I mean, he has a 1,000-point advantage.
I mean, even before that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's 13 minutes left. Still getting that +2-point advantage. I mean, it's possible for Yoda to take his back. I mean, he is a motorized division. Or mechanized, I should really say. He's got half tracks and shit. So, you know, you can just kind of rush through if you manage to make a good breakthrough, but. Not going to be the case.
Yeah, Pinter's going to die.
Yeah, he's getting
what a
pounded.
Shame. That was just...
Yeah. He didn't even really do anything. Did he even get a shot off?
No.
And Panther D goes down up north. 17-pounder gets a kill.
Jesus.
I know, that's a big double rammy loss.
You know, I don't want to say let's go to +2, but I kind of feel like in my heart of hearts, that's really where we are right about now.
Yeah, want to do +2 at 32?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And ×2.
Oh.
So there we go. We do have YDdraig just kind of slowly getting on forwards. We actually see a 251/9. I feel like we don't see them very often. Not really because of any bias against them. I just think the 12th SS might be the only one who has them.
You can get them in like a few other divisions, but usually what happens is like first up, when you're building on Panzer Division, you usually only take one card of leaders, as your infantry
Yeah.
loadout's pretty like limited.
Yeah.
And two, the 251-9 leader, you only get them ×2 per card.
As
rather
opposed to
than
the 4s. Yeah.
Yeah, ×3. So even though it's a kick-ass vehicle, man, like I really like that thing because it's. I really like any sort of like light anti-tank gun on the half track. It's just like it's always so much fun to use. But in the end of the day, you're getting a command unit for the command, and you just kind of want the bang for your buck. So you want more command guys in a singular card. Got a bit of an air game going on, but
Yeah, I was gonna say I blinked. Was that a German killer or an American killer?
German plane run down. Yeah.
Then one of the ME-109 ground sixes. Yeah.
Yep, and the rest being forced to fall back due to the 25-pounder barrage. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, one of them is pretty much Winchester, I think, right?
25
Yeah,
pounders?
here. Okay, no, for the Vesp. Never mind.
Yeah, he's pretty
reloaded.
Low. I always find it funny how low of ammunition the Resp has. I mean, it's a small vehicle. I mean, it's like a Panzer II with a 105 sticking out on top. But then you like compare it to like a Sexton, which has like 90 shots, or like a Priest, which has like 40 or something. And you got a sort of dinky Resp, and all he has is 24 shots for a self-propelled artillery gun. I mean, self-propelled.
Ammo shortages.
Yeah, it's like it's self-propelled, but it's not exactly self-sustaining.
Whoa! Typhoon AT takes out the recon, wannabe Puma.
Yeah. Good kill, yeah. And just YDdraig got the pain train of the Spitfires flying around.
3 Caballeros there.
Yeah. Second Rasp, but these Rasps are getting counter-batteried. Not much that he can really do. We got the Panther, the BF Panther down south, but at his point, it's just...
He's grasping at straws.
Yeah, he just does not have the momentum to really take his back.
Ugh, such a shame.
Such a shame. Because... I'm trying to think what you could have done better. What do you think you could have done better, Khan? I'll leave this in your hands.
Oh, I always hate when you do that. No, I kind of felt, to a certain extent, he's putting an awful lot of his eggs in one basket early on. I feel like he really should have been playing a little bit more actively in the air. He had a lot of anti-air on the ground, but he kind of frittered it away, and he frittered it away.
Yeah.
And I think that YDdraig, first of all, was very, very attentive in taking out the anti-air blanket. And on top of that, too, once Yoda wasn't throwing up any fighters to kind of stop, like you said, that constant stun up. It's like what you've given up the air. You've allowed him now to make an artillery presence on the ground, which just makes it harder to get in. And while the Panther Ds might have been able to take it back, losing that Jagdpanzer so easily. No, I mean, no infantry, no nothing was there for screening it.
Yeah.
That might have been the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, it's definitely true. Rydie's air game has just been on point. It didn't kill much, but it's just been keeping everything back, which all you really need to do at the end of the day. I mean, if the Panthers aren't attacking, then they're useless.
Well, what else? You put the onus on me here. Anything to add on that one? What could have gone better?
Yeah, I think it really just comes down to the air game mainly early on, as he just could not keep control on that, and that was the one thing that was stopping him from attacking the majority of the time. Maybe some more, I mean, he had to rasp, but more focus and like trying to get those 17-pounders dead, because he's having a hard time trying to kill those 17-pounders.
And here's a little FU off-map call-in, 2 or 3 mil.
Yeah, don't really see that one all too often, and
actually might be the first time in forever.
Yeah, I rarely see that. It's the universal carrier model of the off-map. But he's going to be cooling that down on the Resp, it seems. Going to be swatting out off the map. Oh, Panzerwerfer. Why didn't he get Panzerwerfers earlier? I forgot, you can get Panzerwerfers out of the solution.
I wasn't thinking about that. Oh my god, there's 6 planes in the air. Why would you send anything?
Whereas it's realistic German, fighter support.
Yeah.
Oh god, why didn't you get...
Quick fire barrage. Watch the Vesp go down.
Yeah, and the Panzerwerfer went down too.
I didn't even see that, but the Vespa's going to die in a second, I'm sure.
Like, you can solve every problem in this game apart from airplanes with Panzerwerfers. I'm not even exaggerating. Anything that you come up against, you just Panzerwerfer it. It's like the WD-40 of German artillery.
Yep, you can solve anything with the right application of high explosives.
Damn straight, Khan. Damn straight.
Unless, of course, the government is listening, at which point I have absolutely no idea what the Canadians talking about.
Oh god.
So, 3 Shermans coming in, 3 25-pounders, giving that last little FU barrage, and that's going to be a complete and total victory.
Yeah, that's going to be GG. And, okay, so, yeah, it's a pretty big kill difference, 1,400. And early on, yeah, that's a really, that's a pretty bloodless A phase. The first unit dies 5 minutes in.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I mean, both sides meant to keep a truce on. If only they were all going for as long as possible. But again, all the German stuff dies in A phase. Not a single allied unit gets killed in the first 10 minutes. Which is that's pretty impressive, especially considering rifles and Bren groups are, expendable.
they're there.
They're there to get shot at, but yeah, it's just a lot of German death throughout. I mean, loses Rebelringe right next to each other. You lose to the Rebelringe to a rifle leader, which means you got killed by a Piat. That's not good.
Well, to be fair, that was the guy who was slowly trundling back towards his own lines.
Yeah, and you're definitely right that he does not have an AA.
Look at that crocodile.
Let me see the croc. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, knocked out a panther? Whoa.
Boy Cromwell. The Befehl of Panzer II, whatever. But, a Panther, Panzerwaffe, and the Boy Cromwell by itself, that's just stunning.
Yeah, that's pretty bloody good. That's pretty bloody good. And Judge on Mark 5 also carrying his raid. But, yeah, just good play. That's pretty legit Scottish play for you. Yeah, it's just good application of air power, while Yoda needed more AA and Panzerwaffe is solve everything.
Just so.
Yeah.
Well, folks, that's going to wrap up our league coverage for the week, unless anything comes up. For all you fathers out there, I believe this upcoming weekend is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to you a little bit ahead of time. For those of you who are not fathers, be nice to your fathers.
Orders to the fatherland.
True.
Yeah?
True, just be careful who you say that to.
Fair point. I mean, other countries have, the whole fatherland thing, I think.
Yeah, but that's a discussion for another time. I think we'll take that discussion offline. It's another question I want to ask you about that. But for right now, well, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.